Come on to it. Oh. Move, John. Move, John. Move, Johnny. John, move. Move, John. Over.
So Inoue knocks out Kim. Are you surprised? No, you shouldn't be surprised at all. But who is next for Naoya Inoue? That's what we're going to unwrap here today. And I'm going to tell you who actually Turkey wants him to fight probably next. He does have a preference. He has been on record on saying who he wants Naoya Inoue to fight next. It could be at Saudi or it could be in Vegas. We don't know yet, really. But first, if you're new here, please thank you. Just thank you for stopping in this channel as your source for this information. Also, if you're an older subscriber, thank you for supporting me and this small community. We're almost at 2,000. We're less than 200. That's my goal right now for the first quarter of 2025. So I'm hoping to reach it. Listen, I'm not trying to rush anything by any means, but any help, any likes, shares, subscribers, please do so. It'll help a whole lot. But now let's talk about what's the future for now. Anyway, first of all, you should have known he was going to knock out Kim. Kim actually put up a decent fight. He was catching a little bit here and there. Inoue, he looked strong. He looked bigger than Inoue. At Super Bantam, Inoue is still very fast. Inoue is still very strong. You can see him thinking at all times. And you piss him off, it seems like, when you say to him, you taunt him, or you do something crazy like that. He kind of like obliges you and says, okay, cool. And that's what he did here. But the real fights really for Inoue now he has an excellent resume. And those of you who don't think so, look at it. He has an excellent resume. Right now, he's running out of options. He's kind of gone through the divisions. He's unified and been undisputed in 2 different weight classes. He's fought champions to be champion, right? So the next step is featherweight. That's 126. He's currently fighting at 122. So what does that mean? Well, he has to fight those people at 126. So is it going to be Gervonta Tank Davis? No. First of all, he'll have to go to 126, 130, 135, coming up from like 0 pounds. Like, that's not gonna happen. And he's tiny. He's a tiny dude. He doesn't even carry it like heavy. You know what I'm saying? He carries it very thin. He came in at 147 fighting it against Kim, but that doesn't mean that he can make 147. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference between cutting down to 122 and cutting down to 147. I don't think he can cut down to 147 or 140 or 130 or 135. I think he'll be able to make 130. Maybe. Gervonta Tank Davis will have to come down on 130. He'll have to come down for the first time. If he doesn't want to go up to 140, he wants a mega fight. He's not going to fight Shakur or Keyshawn because it looks like those boys are going to go up to 140 and up. He'll have to come down to 130. Now, Inoue could lose his mind and go to 135, but that's not happening. That's not happening. So we could all just safely say he is not going to be at 130 or 135. So that one's out the window. Shushu Carrington, he has been I think last time that Inoue was in the States, he went to Inoue's fight and they made eye contact. They acknowledged each other. It was being talked about. It was referenced in the ring. It's not a out of the question fight. The Shushu fight is not out of it, but I think, although I want to see it right now, the Shushu fight still needs some marinating. Shushu needs to still do some things. For some reason, Shushu hasn't been in the limelight, right? Like he should be. So that's not happening, I think, anytime soon. So who's left? Nick Ball. Now, what about Nick Ball? Nick Ball's undefeated. I forgot the boy's name that he beat. But anyway, he's been on a tear. He's fighting Doheny next. And Doheny is a former, opponent of Naoya. So now we're gonna see a like opponent. How Naoya handled him versus how Ball will able to handle him. But Doheny's moving up to featherweight. So it'll be interesting in that aspect to see. But who does Turkey want next? Who does Turkey want Naoya to fight? Well, we know now that there's an affiliation between Top Rank and Riyadh season. You hear, that now Naoya is part of that whole thing. And Turkey only does the fights that he wants to see. Whether you think they're big or not, it's the ones he wants to see as a fan. And who did he say he wants to see? Nick Ball. That's right. Nick Ball is the one he said he wanted to see. Listen, that'd be an interesting fight at featherweight. It's an interesting fight because Nick Ball can fight. Nick Ball, he's gonna press Naoya. He's gonna give him hell for however many rounds it lasts. I think it's the perfect opponent to see if Naoya can actually fight at featherweight. Nick Ball is not the most polished or the most talented, but he finds a way to win. He's ruthless. He's aggressive. He's unpredictable in spots. And if Naoya can get by him with maybe no problem, then we start thinking if Shushu gets his stock up and kind of polishes his image up and gets it going where it should be by now, then Naoya will be ready for a more polished, more, I don't want to say lethal, but more capable opponent to break Naoya down. Because Shushu has the skills to kind of see through a lot of maybe what Naoya does greatly and try to counteract it, whereas Nick Ball is just going to go forward. They're going to make it easy, right? So I think that's the plan. But you're going to find out either way because it's a 3-fight deal. So I'm hearing. So it's going to be Nick Ball. Shushu probably is in there unless Naoya loses his mind or Tank decides to come down to 130. That might be the third fight. I don't know. I'm not sure. It'll be great to see. I'm in there. I'm watching. But I don't see that. I don't really know who the third one might be. I don't think it's going to be Tank. But who knows? Stranger things has happened. And when money talks, bullshit walks. So it is what it is. Let me know in the comments down below. Who do you think? Who do you want him to fight? Who do you want Naoya to fight next? What do you think is his future? What do you think he goes? What do you think Tank does? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you in the next video. And I'm out. Peace.